Hey everybody, how's it going? I know sometimes when you hear what's for dinner, you hear chicken and it's a little bit bittersweet because you're so used to bland, overcooked, dried chicken. Well, what I'm going to show you today is one of my favorite recipes from a local restaurant that'll really knock your socks off. It's a great, fantastic stuffed chicken that we're going to season with a special ingredient. We're going to fill it with prosciutto, fontina cheese, top it with some spinach, fold it up, put a great rich Parmesan egg batter on it, sear it up, bake it in the oven, and top the whole thing off with a remarkable sauce that you're going to love. So let's get going. What we're going to start with is our chicken breast. So what you want to do, take this over to your cutting board. And what you want to do is you want to cut this chicken in half almost all the way through so you can open it up like a book. So here we go. Alright, that's looking pretty good. So what we'll do next is we'll cover it up with some cellophane. Grab our mallet and we're going to gently flatten this out. Ready? Just like this, just so it's all nice and even. About a 1/4 inch around, all the way around, 1/4 to a 1/2 inch. Just flatten it out like that. And now we're ready for seasoning. So we'll just bring this right over to here. Our seasonings are going to be salt, pepper, and the secret ingredient is nutmeg, and you're not going to believe what a difference a little nutmeg makes. So here we go. A little salt, a little fresh cracked pepper, and now our nutmeg. Probably just about 1/8 of a teaspoon or so, but you can kind of feel it out and just see what you like. It's all personal preference, but it is really important for this dish. Okay, now we've got our seasonings on there. Next up, we're going to stuff this with our prosciutto, fontina cheese, and our spinach leaves. So let's start with a nice piece of prosciutto. Alright, we're just going to lay this right in on the chicken like this. The next thing we're going to do is take some fontina cheese and put a nice big 1/4 inch slice of fontina cheese right on top of it. Looking good. Now we're going to go in for our second and final piece of prosciutto. Once again, we're just going to lay this right on top of the fontina cheese and make a little pocket just like that. Now we're ready for our spinach. Basically, we want to grab some fresh spinach leaves just like this. I've got fresh baby spinach we just got. We're going to layer this in right on top of the prosciutto and cheese mixture. That is looking really good. Alright, and then we're ready to set. And now we're ready to put the chicken in the fridge for about an hour so that it all sets together. Alright, just right in there. Alright, great. While that's setting, we're going to go ahead and make our Parmesan cheese egg batter. What we're going to do is start with a couple of eggs that I've already cracked and put into the bowl. We're going to lightly beat them. Alright, that's looking pretty good. Now, let's grab our Parmesan cheese. I've got some fresh Parmesan cheese right now. We want to coarsely grate, I'd say quite a bit. You want to have a good cheese to egg ratio to put on this batter. It's going to make it taste really rich, trust me. So let's see how we're doing there. That's looking pretty good, about a 1/4 cup. Alright, just make sure we get all of that in there. It's going to be delicious. Mix this up really well. Again, that's coarsely grated Parmesan cheese and a couple of lightly beaten eggs right there. And that is going to form the basis of our batter. Okay, that's looking good. Okay, it's almost been an hour, so we've got our egg mixture. I've laid out a plate with some flour, and we've got a cast iron pan here. What we're going to do is heat this up to medium-high heat. Alrighty, get us some extra virgin olive oil. Pour us in about 2, 3, 4 tablespoons, whatever you like. I like a lot. Do whatever you want. And now let that heat up. And now we're ready to get our chicken. All right, here's our beautiful stuffed chicken. All right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to coat it in a layer of flour then into our egg Parmesan cheese batter, and then into the pan for about 1 to 2 minutes aside. We just want each side to brown nicely before we put it in the oven. So let's do that. Frame. Okay, now again we're going to let that sear in the pan for about 1 to 2 minutes aside until we get a nice brown color on both sides. Okay, we're starting to get some nice color on it. So I think we're ready to flip. Alright, this is starting to look pretty good. Let me just take a little peek on the other side. Nice and brown. Alright, this is ready to transfer to the baking sheet. So let's just take it from the pan, right over to here, get rid of this, turn off the heat, and this is going to go into a 350-degree oven for 15 minutes. Now remember, it's very important. You always get dry chicken because people overcook it. So 350 degrees for 15 minutes. Here we go. Alright, and now we're ready to make our sauce, which will top off the whole dish. The ingredients for that are going to be butter, juice of a fresh lemon, and capers. So, one of the important things about capers is some people don't like them, some people do, but it's really important for the sauce. And what you want to do with your capers is make sure you've rinsed them well and drained them well. Alright, we're ready to go. So let's just take some butter, come in, drop up a few tablespoons. Okay, that's enough butter. Now we're ready to move on to our fresh lemon. Now you can use any amount of lemon butter that you want. It's really just per your taste. So just wing it, play with it, work on the dish a few times, and you'll get it to the way you like it. So I'm just going to cut off about a third of the lemon right here. Bring this dish up. I don't see any seeds in, so we'll just pour that lemon juice right into the dish. And we are ready. We've got our ingredients for the sauce. We'll take you over here. Okay, here we got our capers, our lemon juice, and our butter. So we're going to grab a little pot here, turn it on to about medium-high heat, medium-low heat, let's call it. Alright, we're going to put our butter right in there. And you just want to let that butter melt down and start to simmer a bit until it starts to brown. Okay, the butter's now looking nice and brown. That's looking great. Now we're going to add our lemon juice. And our capers. Turn the heat off, mix it up really well. That is smelling really good, you guys. You're going to love this. And that is great. Now we just take that off the heat and we're ready to get our chicken. Oh, that's looking beautiful. Alrighty, look how great that looks. You can see all those awesome fillings. Alright, we're going to plate this. Alright, over our plate. And that is looking really fantastic. Now we're going to get our butter sauce. Brown butter, caper, lemon sauce. Scoop that just right over the top. Look at how great that's looking. That is to die for. A little bit of fresh parsley, and you have got a dish that everybody is going to be so proud you were able to make. Let's take a cut, see what it's looking like. Oh, that is beautiful. Look at that melted cheese, prosciutto, salt, pepper, nutmeg. That is really fantastic. People are going to be so proud you were able to do this. Let's just take a bite and make sure everything's good. All the flavors really come together great. So glad you joined me. I'm Joey Stewart. We'll see you next time.